Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be taking a look at UmaMusume. So this is a very interesting game. I'm sure you guys have heard about this in one way or another, but Global just came out about a week ago, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, but this is probably going to be the best time, if you've ever even been slightly interested in this game, for you to jump in and reroll, because there is a game, or there's a card right now that has come out called Kirasan Black. That is one of the best support cards in the game. And right now you can reroll for a ton of currency, and it only takes about like 10-15 minutes. It is so fast and so easy. So today I'm going to show you how to do it, and we're just going to kind of go through some of the different stuff you can expect if you want to jump into the game. So all you got to do, I'm on Steam though, so it's going to look a little different if you're on Android, but you just want to click start. You're going to click view on both of these, just privacies and the terms of service, stuff like that. Click your region. I'm in the United States. Cool beans. We're going to do our birth month and birth year. I'm old as shit. Yes, I know. And then we're going to do a couple of different things. So if you play the game for the first ever time, you will have to play the tutorial, from what I understand. I don't remember it telling me to skip the tutorial when I first ever played, but that's about 20 minutes. So your first reroll will be about 20-ish minutes if you have to play the tutorial. But after that, if you get a bad roll in that tutorial account, you can just delete it. I will show you how to do that. And then you can skip tutorial from then on. So then the process will be the same. All you got to do is put in your username, which this will be prompted in the actual tutorial. But since we're skipping that, it's just going to go ahead and register an account. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, so we're going to register this. It's going to load. And this is about as fast as the reroll is, dude. You just go through the new trainee stuff. I'm not going to go over like every little one of these screens and stuff, but there's a ton of different stuff. Support cards. This is who we're looking for right now. This is the character, the support character that we're looking for. So the game gets a little bit confusing if you've never played this game, because you are actually rolling more often on support cards than you are on the actual horse girls, which is kind of backwards in a lot of gacha games, because usually you're going for like the character, not necessarily the gear. But think of it in this game, like the characters themselves are more like the, you know, the car, and the engine are like the support, you know, so it helps drives different characters and stuff like that. And it just helps overall to have more support characters than it actually does to have a lot of the girls. So it's just kind of a little bit backwards. But anyway, as you can see, we got a lot of login bonuses. The game just came out. There's a lot of different stuff that, you know, you just get in for logging in and stuff like that. So we'll go over some of these resources. So right now I have zero currency. And I think as of right now, it gives you like 13,000 or pretty close to that, 13,000. So there's a couple of different ways to reroll. The quickest way, because it actually does give you some vouchers for some SSR supports, which we'll might as well just kind of jump in here and do this real quick. These right here, I recommend doing these pretty much after you do your reroll, because it doesn't really matter if you don't get your reroll. You're probably not going to care to do these because you're not going to keep the account. So typically what I would do is I would do the rerolls, and then if you get the characters that you want, then you go do these little vouchers, and then bada bing, bada boom. Okay, so you can't actually select anything, but it's guaranteed SSRs, and you get 2 of these, which is pretty nice. And these are the characters, so you want to skip these. Okay, at least for now. We want to go to the support card, want to make sure we're on Kirasan Black, and then we're going to jump through here. So I actually got an insane roll, which I just got Super Creek and Kirasan Black. So that's probably going to be my main, my main account. But there's a couple of different cards that you can go for. Kirasan Black is one of the better cards right now, and she's not going to have a rerun for a minute. So you really want to be able to get her. So I went a little greedy, and I went to go for her and Super Creek. There's also another one called Fine Motion. So those 3 cards are the ones you're looking for the most. Now, if you're greedy, I kind of wanted to get 2 out of the 3. So that's what I ended up doing. It didn't take me too long, but let's go ahead and just dive into it. I'll do a couple of these just to get an idea of how fast it is. So bam, you know, you can skip these as much as you want. You know, you're going to know if you get an SSR, it will stop you. And usually like that little tab right there is showed for like a second, but if it's rainbowed, you know that you got an SSR, at least in this poll, and then it'll skip to it. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, I don't really care for her. I don't really want her. So we can just kind of skip. So it's about 80 polls. It's quite a bit actually. So if you go through here and it'll do its thing, you actually get quite a bit of SSRs. This character is actually pretty good as well, this SSR. Now there are a couple of SRs to look for. I don't know 100% on all the SRs, but I know there's a couple of them that actually are really, really good. Ooh, a nice little fake out, dude. This account might not be bad either. Oh no, it's not. It's the other right up. Okay. A little fakey. So yeah, you get a ton of these, dude. And this is what I'm saying. This is why it's like really good to do this. So it'll make sense here in a minute. I'll kind of like skip through these a little bit more and just show you basically how fast this is going to be. So I talked obviously for a little bit. Oh, I just got a dupe on that. So that's why it didn't stop me. But you just kind of skip. And so here's the point where we're at, like, I think this is 70 or 80. I don't remember how many pulls it's done, but if we go back, you can actually do another 10, because you can go to the home and you can collect these special missions. So this is one of those things where if you get one of the cards like Kirasan Black and you're like, oh damn, I wish I had another pull, this I think does give you just about enough. So you need 50 more, and I think you can probably find it somewhere or play for like a second and get 50 more and do another 10 pull. So, you know, so if you're able to get like Kirasan Black and you're like 110 pull away and you're like, damn, I kind of want to see where this account goes, then you could do that as well. But honestly, I would be pretty happy with just getting Kirasan Black, and then you can kind of progress with your account from there. I mean, doing the Fine Motion or the Super Creek as like a double would be dope, but Kirasan Black is a really good character, and I think just grabbing her is probably going to set up your account for a pretty long time. And then you could do these ones. So these ones just give you a guarantee. So basically you just click it and it gives you a guarantee out of the pool. This is random, you can't select, unfortunately. But sometimes you can get like dupes or some good stuff. Just gives you a little bit more of a base. But let's just say, for example, you do want a data link because you're like, oh shit, I kind of want to keep this account. You can go over here to data link once it connects, and you can set up a data link. So you can do this for every account that you do. So if you have an account that you want to like select or keep as like a reroll account, like maybe you're like, ah damn, if I reroll like 20 more times, I'll just stick with the one that I had. You can data link here, and you can set a password for your link, and all you have to do is set a password. It'll give you a little thing with your trainer ID and your passcode, and then all you got to do is enter that whenever you log in, and you'll have that account. But otherwise, if you're like, I don't want this account at all, or like you don't really give a shit, you go to title screen, and then it loads up real quick, and then you just go ahead and put the little hamburger menu, delete user data, delete user data, delete user data, user data is deleted. So you will do that regardless, even if you have your data linked. You will still do that process. However, it will be saved. So the other, you know, the thing that I just did, I did not save that account because it wasn't tied to anything. It didn't generate a trainer ID for it, so it deleted it completely. Now, if you have your trainer ID and your passcode, you will do the delete thing there, but you'll be able to enter it whenever you type in. You'll be able to log into it, and then, you know, be able to jump in there by doing data link from here. So then you're just like, okay, I'll data link from here, and you enter that trainer ID and then the password, and then you'd be able to enter that account that you know, gave up or whatever to come back to. So honestly, dude, I've been having a lot of fun with this game. I at least recommend you guys check it out, because like I said, this is like the best time to do it, and it literally takes like 10-15 minutes. It's literally as fast as you can click and as fast as you want to go through it. I give myself a little bit of a, you know, like watching the SSRs, I watch the animations, but you can just sit there and skip until you get whatever you want. So this is like one of the best times. I recommend checking it out. And I don't know, man, there's just something to this game. But if you guys want to see more like actual gameplay, I know I didn't really show much of the game. I just want to get you guys excited to get you guys in it, because I think this will be a lot of fun for just a casual like experience. But if you want to see actual gameplay or like my first impressions and shit, definitely let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good rest of your night, guys. Subscribe. Bye.